Hello and welcome to Ohio Hobbies. We are doing a 2-box nickel hunt. Now this is, I believe, going to be the third video of the year for nickels, and we have yet to find a V-nickel or buffalo. Buffalo more than V-nickels, but we have not found a buffalo in 4 boxes. It's time we hit buffaloes. And the other thing is, we have only found 1 silver nickel on the year. So it is time for that as well. Now, I haven't done an opening lately. I have been opening them ahead of time. But these ones, just because we're not going to look at 50s nickels unless they're keyed 8s, we're going to check the tops of these to make sure they're circulated. Which they definitely are circulated, but we want to see if there's a buffalo by chance hanging out on top. That one's dirty. Some nail polish going on, something. Wow. Definitely some variety to these ones. I don't see a buffalo hanging out though. We will check the top of the other box real quick. But anyway, so since we're looking for silver heirs varieties, we will be looking for proofs, foreigns, you name it. If it's not a normal nickel, everyday nickel, we're going to pull it out, talk about it, and then move on to something else. Don't stick around too long as far as the boxes go. They move in and out pretty quick. Alright, well, nothing on top of either one of them. So we're going to go ahead and get the first one laid out in the back. Get the other one out of the way for now. We're going to move the sloth out of my way. And we're going to get the hunting. I will bring you in for all of the 40s nickels, 30s if we find any, buffaloes, proofs. Other than that, we'll just meet at the end. Alright, the first box of nickels is out on the table. We have one that is blown apart. This was the last roll in the box, so it would be number 50, but I'm going to move it up to the number 2 spot. And we're going to open up the number 1 roll because there's something in it that's magnetic. Oh, let's take a look. Let's see if I can do this one-handed without making too much of a mess. Alright, I think we're making progress now. We got some coins falling out. There we go. We'll just go ahead and dump them. Because then what we can do is go through until we find it. And what we have is a 2009 out of Canada. So we are on the board with our first foreign. And I do believe that was the only one there. Yep. Alright, we'll keep hunting. Alright, that is roll 9. Look at this. Roll 9 has not 1, but 2 buffaloes in it. Unbelievable. We have no mint mark. We have detail. That looks good to me. Oh man, 1937, and it is in really nice condition. That's one of the better ones that I have found. And the other one actually looks to be about the same condition. No mint mark. 1935. Well, I will have to put that under the scope because if we look, 1935 has a reverse double die. So we'll have to look at that under the scope. But holy cow, 9 rolls in, and we just came across 2 Buffaloes in the same roll. And look, not a single 40s nickel on the board yet. 2 50s, that's it, through 9 rolls. Holy cow, can this get better? Very next roll, roll number 10, and we are going to have our first 40s nickel of the hunt. 1940 out of Philly. Roll number 13, we are going to have our second Canadian. 1982. We will slide actually, let's move this down there, move that over there, and start our Canadian collection right there. Hopefully we'll add some more Buffaloes. Roll 15, and we're going to have 2 more finds. We have a 1941 out of Philly. And our third Canadian, 1986. Well, the finds seem to be coming fast. Very next roll, which is 16. We're going to add a 41 Philly and a very beat 48 Philly. Roll number 18. We're going to add a 1940 Philadelphia. Roll 20. 1948 Philadelphia. Roll 24 is going to give us 2. A 1949 Philadelphia. And a 1943. Guess what? It's silver. 43 Philadelphia. We have hit silver on the box. We are on the board with some silver. Very next roll, we're going to add a 1950 Philadelphia. Look at that. We're adding a semi-key date to the board. Roll 31. 1955 Denver. Unfortunately, not another key date, but I will check it for the D over S. Roll 33, and this is a 1940 something. We'll sit it there for a moment. Alright, so it is a 1948, and it is a 48. It looks to be an S. And if that is, that's a semi-key date. Hang on. Alright, so we looked at it again. I do believe that's a 46. San Francisco. So we're called on a 46S. Not a semi-key date. Not a key date. Nothing special about it. And I think it's so bad. Yep. Back in the wild it goes. Roll number 40. We're going to add a 48 Denver. And we're going to add another 48 Denver. Roll 42. 43 Philadelphia. Yep. We have found our second silver of the box. 2 silver, 2 Buffaloes, and a semi-key date. Roll 44. 1940 Philadelphia. Roll 49. 1941 Philadelphia. Time to break out box number 2. Roll 2 of box number 2. We're going to have a 47 Philadelphia. Now remember, I keep them separate because I do keep track of each and every box on my tally sheet. So they'll be separate until I add them, finish the box, and then add them to the tally sheet, and then we'll do a wrap up at the end. Just a reminder. Roll number 4. 1958. Denver. Not sure why I put a 50 there to video, but anyway, it's a 58. I'm trying not to show the 50s, and I kind of forgot. Roll number 7, and look what we have here. We have another Buffalo. This is the first of this box, but it is the third of the hunt. It's definitely got a little bit of damage right there, but it's got quite a bit of detail. It is Philadelphia mint, and we have a date, 1936. So, unfortunately, it's not the D, but, hey, it's a dated Buffalo nickel. Right there we go. Hey, I am happy. 3 Buffaloes, 2 boxes, 2 silvers, 2 boxes. I am ready to go. We got 40 more rolls to search. Roll 14 of box number 2. 1947 Philly. Second one of those. Roll 15. 1941 out of Denver. Roll 7. Yeah, roll 17. Wow. I don't know where my head went there for a minute. 1941. Philadelphia. Very next roll, we're just going to keep adding these 40 finds to this hunt. 1941. Denver. Roll 24. And we have a 48. Denver. We made it to the halfway point. Roll 25. We got something a little different. 1974 San Francisco proof. You can see it's definitely impaired. It's definitely had some damage. It's been around the block a few hundred times. But, nonetheless, it is a proof on the board. Roll 30 gives us a 1946 Philadelphia. 1 year off that silver. 32 rolls into box number 2. And we have our first 30s nickel. It is a 1939. Unfortunately, it's a Philadelphia. We can check it for doubling, which I do not see any doubling, unfortunately, but we're on the board with a 1930s. 35 rolls in. We're going to add a 1947 Philadelphia. Roll 38. We are going to add a 1946, which is 1 year off silver. And it is a San Francisco mint. 46S. Ten rolls left. We're going to have our first Canadian of box number 2. 1986. 4 rolls left in box number 2. And we're going to add a 1940 Philadelphia. There's no mint mark amongst all the goo. Make just a little bit of room right there. Alright. Very next roll, we're going to add a 1941 Philly. Well, here we are. We have completed another nickel hunt. It is time for a wrap up. We're going to start up there. We have 4 Canadians out of 2 boxes. Not too bad. We have a stack of San Francisco mints, which is for $8.12. So those I hold on to for now. I'm starting to amass quite a collection of them, so I may not continue to hold on to them. That may change, but for now, I'm still holding on to them. We have all these 50s. I am about to go through, let's see, 16 months worth of nickels and start eliminating the 1950s minus anything that's key date, semi-key date, or if it may have an error variety. So, but for now, we're still holding on to them. And for the purpose of video, I do keep a track of them in my collection. So there's 5, 11, 15, 19. We have exactly 30 from 1950s. And if you remember correctly from earlier in the video, we did get a 1950 Philadelphia semi-key date. In the 40s, we had one, there's 18, 23. Sorry, make that 22 from the 40s because that is a 30s nickel. This was our 1939 out of Philadelphia. Unfortunately, I am still missing the key dates. Let's move these up just a bit. I am still missing every one of the 30s key dates. It's unfortunate. Someday I'll fill the book with them. But for now, I'm still missing them. We did get 3 2009s. And what I find, this right here are the stars of the show. We have 2 silver, 35% in 1943 Philadelphia, and another 43 Philadelphia. We also have the 1974 San Francisco proof nickel. Definitely impaired, but it is a proof nonetheless. Then the amazing 35, 36, and 37 all Philadelphia mints, all right in a row, all legible dates, in fairly decent shape. Not great, not mint, but I am excited to add those 3 coins to my collection. That is it for this hunt. If you would, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Just for this section alone, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on that bell notification. Down in the description of this video, you will find my P.O. box and my email address if you wish to send anything my way. Below that, if you are willing, able, and have the means, I accept donations to the channel. Alright, I'm done. I want to thank you all very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, get your hobby on.